those 12 bits of evidence that we published today is just the tip of the iceberg. There's evidence of commingled finances, shared bank accounts, and Joe Biden met with multiple of Hunter Biden's overseas business partners. He met them in Beijing. He met them in Washington, D.C.
Well, she's yet to be wrong. New York Post columnist Miranda Devine talking about the growing controversy surrounding Hunter Biden's overseas business dealings and what his father knew. The Post, as she referred to, uncovered 12 times Joe Biden played a role in his son's foreign deals. Yet critics are still either brushing off the findings or dismissing them entirely. Jason Chaffetz, former Utah congressman, Fox News contributor. Good morning to you, Jason. Welcome back to our program here. What Devine said there is about shared bank accounts. What have you found out about that possibility?
Yeah, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden had a joint checking account. There was an email exchange about Hunter Biden getting keys for his dad so they could have an office after he left the vice president's office with a Chinese national. You have Louis Freeh, who put the former FBI director, who put $100,000 into Joe Biden's grandkids' account as a thank you because Hunter Biden helped them, move some legal things in Romania. There's so much evidence here. And look, Hunter Biden himself was flying on Air Force Two and sending emails telling people, hey, I've already introduced you to my dad. I've already had you up at the Naval Observatory. I've already brought you into the White House. I've made every introduction possible, and I want you to be there to shake my dad's hand so he can thank you. So, I mean, we could go on for another hour. There is a lot of evidence.
I mean, and even I always go back to in the New Yorker article in 2019, Hunter recalls that his dad at one point said to him, son, I hope you know what you're doing in regards to his involvement with Burisma. So to me, that's just like on the face of it. I also wanted you to listen to Ann Applebaum. She's a columnist, writer for The Atlantic, and she says she's not interested in this story. Here's why.
My problem with Hunter Biden's laptop is I think it's totally irrelevant. I mean, it's not whether it's disinformation or, I don't think the Hunter Biden's business relationships have anything to do with who should be president of the United States. So I don't find it to be interesting.
I have to say that Jesse Waters last night on The Five had the best reasons for a list of all the reasons you should be interested in this story. But she's not interested. And, okay, that's fine. But then if you look at how the media all work together to suppress the story, why were they so concerned about that was something that the New York Post was interested in?
Well, it's the lack of intellectual curiosity that seems to go one direction and not the other. It's not the fact that Hunter Biden had a laptop. It's the fact that he was on Air Force Two. He was utilizing the resources of the United States of America. His dad was the vice president. It is the president now. There's movement of tens of millions of dollars that are flowing. And how can she say, well, it's just not interesting? How does she know if she doesn't know what's in it? That's what's so... She's already made a conclusion, but she hasn't dove in to actually go see the contents. That's what's so disingenuous and so intellectually lame. I don't know how else to put it.
Intellectually lame. One last thing here. Joe Biden's youngest sister, her name is Valerie. She's got a book coming out. I think the title of the book is Growing Up Biden. Here's what Jen Psaki said about using the president's name, perhaps, back in January of 2021.
It's the White House's policy that the president's name should not be used in connection with any commercial activities to suggest or in any way that could reasonably be understood to imply his endorsement or support.
Listen, you were, Oversight Committee? I mean, you know this thing back and forth. Shouldn't be anything against her publishing a book. I mean, do you have a problem with this?
Oh, publishing a book, I think that's totally fine, except the White House took a hard line that they weren't going to do that. And remember, it was Kamala Harris's niece that they shut down. She was trying to benefit from the name and doing everything from T-shirts to other silly little things, and they shut her down. But, oh no, when it comes to the Bidens, and you go back and look at their history, not only did his sister want to be involved and engaged in the government, Joe Biden's nieces were given jobs within the federal government. There's an interaction with Hunter Biden. It's, again, part of the laptop saying, hey, we want to try to get this. And then his brother-in-law, Joe Biden's brother-in-law, needed help in China. and he needed a business license. So, of course, he goes to Hunter. Hunter gets it done, and he gets a business license faster than any other normal American would get. That's the fundamental problem. Utilizing the office, utilizing Joe Biden's name to build the family business.
All right, Jason Chaffetz, you're staying on top of it for us. All those 12 things that Miranda Devine talked about, as well as others. Thanks so much.